Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Araceli, aka Chelly, and today on Chelly's Mental Wealth, I'm going to be reviewing and giving my honest opinion about Pureza Wellness. This is a CBD brand that I wanted to try out. I found out about this specific brand when I went to the Health and Wellness Expo and I got to know the owner, and the very first thing that popped in my head was Dr. Oz, because it was kind of ironic. 3 weeks prior to me going into the event, Dr. Oz did go to the Breakfast Club and he pretty much said that there's a study where University of Pennsylvania did that about 70% of supposedly CBD products were not pure. And what does that mean? I mean that it wasn't 100% CBD. That means that it had some type of THC. And for a lot of people, that's one of the main concerns. A lot of people who want to try CBD don't want to try it because they're scared that there might be trace of THC if they do get trusted in their work position or their career position. So this is why I wanted to review this, specifically because I know that a lot of people are super like, they want to know that they're getting the real thing. You know, you're investing a lot of money in the CBD products. A lot of these CBD products cost a lot of money, and I completely understand because of how it's extracted and all that stuff. So the good thing about this review is I wasn't the only one that tried this. 4 people tried this, including me, my sister, my father, and my son's father. They all had different experiences and they all tried it for different reasons, including me. So you're not only just going to hear my feedback, you're also going to hear their feedback. Maybe not from their mouth, but I will let you know what they said. And to be honest with you, they all kind of had different experiences, including me. So I think it's important that we have different ages and for different things, because everybody's different and everybody tries CBD oil for many different reasons. It could be for, muscle pain. It could be for, some people want to use it for anxiety. Some people want to use it for, a lot of the times people tend to use it for pain. And I wanted to try it out for pain as well, and substitute to kind of see if it would allow me to sleep or make me think that I was going to sleep, because my problem was for me to, y'all know my problem about the sleeping thing, okay? I first really want to talk about the great facts and data that I want to read and provide to everyone, so at least you have a background of an understanding why this brand is trusted. And this information I was able to obtain through her website and through the owner, okay? And all this stuff too is it's similar things that Dr. Oz basically talked about, okay? And then I am going to talk about her process as to how it becomes pure or why it is considered pure, okay? So let's get started. As I mentioned before, University of Pennsylvania did a study and 70% of companies were misleading. They weren't saying the truth about how pure their CBD oils were, or just their products in general. And one thing that you don't have to worry about this specific brand that I use is they don't have any signs of THC, and their lab results are right there on their website, so you could go and look. All that stuff you can look to make sure that you feel that they're giving you the truth data of their approach or their ability to make sure that it shows that it's completely pure, okay? So I'm gonna explain how every batch is tested, okay, for their company. It says, our standards are rigorous and we test every single batch of our hemp oil through a third-party lab to ensure that the products you receive are the highest quality available without pesticides or THC. That's another big thing. A lot of people don't really take that in consideration, is that some companies use a lot of pesticides and that can cause cancer. It's the same thing as to why we choose to eat and consume organic fruits and vegetables. We are trying to avoid pesticides. So the fact that they are super vigilant about this makes me happy. Premium grade. Our products are considered premium grade because they're manufactured using the highest standards. We offer CBD products of the highest purity with no binders, fillers, excipients, dyes, or unknown substances, which is another great thing, because who wants to have extra things that you don't need in your body that's might unbalance you? Your gut is a strong thing, so you got to make sure that everything you're consuming is pure and well. So I'm glad about that. They also have a money back guarantee, all right? If you do not like the product, in 30 days you will get your money back guarantee of any products that you purchase, okay? Because they stand 100% with their product. So be mindful of that money back guarantee, all right? If you're not happy with this product, you don't like the results, you can always get your money back within 30 days. 30 days. free shipping. You get free shipping. It is just literally just the amount that you have to pay for the product. And when I purchased mine, actually I didn't purchase it, she sent it to me so I can review it and see how I would respond to the product. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And because of that, I am going to be doing a giveaway. Some of you already know because I did promote it on my Instagram. Well, I am doing a giveaway of her actual oils. You already know what the rules are, so I hope that you've been paying attention to the little Easter eggs throughout this whole video from the beginning to end so that you can have the opportunity to earn yourself a Pureza Wellness and try it out for yourself and see how your body responds to it. Okay, so let's get back to this. So safety is a priority, all right? Every part of their process, from their superior hemp farming to third-party testing, is done to ensure a safe product. We know firsthand that not every company is reliable, so we want to provide you with an experience that you can trust. And we could talk about the CO2 extraction method, and this is why they do this. Okay, so they're going to explain why Pureza Wellness uses superficial CO2 extraction method and why it's a lot better. So the number one reason is the CO2 extraction is a lot more cleaner. Superficial CO2 extraction separates cannabinoids and other compounds from cannabis plant material as a natural, clean way that you can always rely on. Looking for the cleanest CBD oil you can find? Look for oil that extracted from using superficial CO2. Extraction from CO2 does not use harmful chemicals, which is probably why she says above that, you know, there's no chemicals used, which is great. And it also says right here, generally, people use CBD to support internal wellness, not to destroy it, which I completely agree. One of the primary reasons CO2 extraction is so widely used is because it does not employ the use of harmful chemicals in the extraction process. No butane, no propane, no alcohol, just all natural carbon dioxide. This means for the consumer is not only a cleaner oil that is potentially safer to ingest, but also one with a better flavor, which I do agree. Like, this thing does not taste nasty. I can totally tolerate the taste. It's a little bitter to me, but you can totally tolerate the taste. Without the use of chemicals during the extraction, terpene profiles are better maintained. This offers a more flavorful, better tasting oil than those which are extracted with butane and propane. I didn't know that until she sent me this, and I really started doing my own research, and I was like blown away, and it made so much sense as to why some of the CBD products have a specific taste and some don't. And so the CO2 extraction guarantees the highest quality, cleanest extracts available on the market. Extraction of CO2 is one of the reasons that Pureza Wellness can confidently offer the safe, high quality, consistent product we're proud to attach our name. Which, of course, like, okay, so that's all the background, and this is why she really, really believes in her product and why she guarantees your money back, okay, within 30 days. I can't stress this enough, 30 days, all right? So now I'm going to talk about a little bit about her, and so you guys get to know her a little bit. But I'm going to be putting a little picture here about her so you guys can see. So her name is Marielena Lugo, and she started her venture of just looking for different types of alternatives with remedies and wellness when her father had a specific health care, which eventually pushed her to see other alternatives, which a lot of actually families tends to do, especially if you have lack of resources, lack of just information, and especially if you know that other alternatives have not worked, it always pushes a person to look for a better alternative. So this company was born and raised through a passion of her trying to help her father, and in turn helped her to build her own business and be passionate about continuing to find the most purest CBD that she can provide and extract so that people can trust a specific brand, and making sure that they're not trying to, trying to get your coins basically. So she's an entrepreneur, she's a mother, a wife, she's beautiful. I mean, she's great. I met her, she's a sweetheart, and I want to make sure that I'm not also being biased. I want to make this clear. I'm not biased. I've only met the owner once. We don't really have a serious, personal relationship. So I really want to give an honest view about this, and I am, okay? Because I think, like I said, it's important for you to see the differences between everybody. And like I said, I think everyone is different. So hopefully with everybody's experience and me explaining the pros and the cons can motivate someone to try it out and see if it'll work for them. So if you have any questions about her, I'm gonna leave her handle right here. Check out her page, check out her stuff, and see if you might be interested in getting this. Okay, now it's time for the pros and cons. So for my experience of me trying out the Pureza Wellness oil, I have not tried the topical, which means it's a cream version, and I have not tried the pill version because she does have capsules where you could take if you do not like the taste. Even though I did say that it doesn't have a funky taste, everybody has different taste buds. Someone might still think this is not great taste, like that great tasting, so I understand, but I would still encourage you to try her other options to see if that might work for you. You know, capsules, oil, topical cream. Okay, so for me, I actually use this so that I don't have to smoke cannabis before I go to sleep, and it didn't work for me. It actually kept me awake. Like, I was just like, but I also have to take into consideration that if I do cannabis every day, technically my tolerance is a little bit more higher. My tolerance is still a lot higher than the average person who doesn't take CBD or THC. So I don't know how someone would respond to taking this if they don't smoke every other day or every day, once every day. So and by smoking, I mean by smoking cannabis, and that still has THC and CBD together, and this is just CBD. All right, so that was my experience. It didn't help me sleep, but it did help me with my pain. Because I have a lot of back pain and a lot of my legs. Sometimes my leg hurts because I'm always sitting. So when it came down to my pain and feeling normal, I felt normal. I would take it and I would be fine. I wasn't sleepy, tired. I did it and it took away the pain. But for it to make me fall asleep, or for me to take prior to me to go to sleep, that was just not the thing to do. I don't even think it's even meant for that. Let me read the pamphlet real quick. Okay, so it doesn't even say that it's for sleeping. Like, you see, I didn't even use it properly. But I understand that in the pamphlet it says anxiety, depression, stress, pain, brain fog, inflammation, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, migraines, diabetes, glaucoma, cancer, lupus, Crohn's, IBS, multiple sclerosis, menopause, shingles, Alzheimer's, ADD or ADHD, mood disorders, panic attacks, PTSD, seizures, nausea, aging skin, paralysis, acne, low energy, and so much more. So that makes so much sense that when I take it, why would I have fallen asleep? So it did what it did is it helped increase my energy instead of me trying to go into the low energy. That's probably why I didn't sleep. So that was my experience. You see, I didn't even... But if I could vouch for any of these, I did use it for when I was feeling anxious at moments when I was trying to stop the day consumption, and it did help. Like, I was like, okay, it helped with my anxiety. It helped with like when my heart would race. So it was a huge benefit, at least for me in that end. And for my sister, it was interesting because for my sister, she used it for a different reason. So these are for my young folks. All right, you go to raves, you might use this as an alternative versus maybe taking Tylenol or just something that's pharmaceutical. This could be a different alternative that you could do to recuperate and reduce the inflammation, especially if you're dancing a lot or you're drinking, because you know when you drink, it increases the inflammation in your body. So if you're going to a rave, you're drinking and you're trying to recuperate, this is where it's at. According to my sister, she did that. It spilled a little bit. She did that when she went to Nocturnal Wonderland. I think it was Nocturnal Wonderland, or she did it twice actually, because she did it the first time. She really liked it. She saw a huge difference, and then so she did it again at the last current rave that just passed, which I don't even remember. I think it was Nocturnal Wonderland, and her experience was, she said that she took it before she went to the rave and she didn't hurt. A lot of the times when you go to raves, if you're a short person, you're like this, you're like standing up, and it's like, well, at least for me, my whole lower back hurts. And I know as the years went on, and I don't know if it's because I drive a lot too that this contributes to my back pain, but when I go to raves now, I am in utterly pain in my lower back of standing for such a long time, and my body just can't take it. My sister said that sometimes she experienced that, and by taking the CBD she didn't experience it anymore, at least throughout the rave. And then when she was done and came home, she took a little bit. I don't think she didn't take it when she came back home, but she took it again prior to her going back to the rave, because it was a 2-day event. So she did that, and then she did it again the next following day when she woke up for the pain. And I think she did it for like 2 or 3 days, and she said it was amazing. She was like, oh my gosh, can I have that? And I said no. I was like, no, but this is really, really good to know that, you know, for someone who likes to go to raves or go to events or go to any type of festival or any type of, I guess, event, festival, or activity that causes a lot of physical activity and you're putting a lot of strain on your muscles and you're moving a lot for a long period of time, I would recommend for you to take CBD to help with the inflammation, whether you're drinking or you're being sober, okay? Or doing other things. Right here. Alrighty. That was my sister's experience with that. And it helped with her anxiety, she said too. That's what she said. Especially after drinking. And she would say she would take that and it would help her. Because, you know, the next day, some people withdraw from the drinking. You get a little shakes. It helped her with the withdrawals with the drinking. Try it out. It might work for you for an event. Now, for my dad, and my sister is 22, okay? Now, my dad, he is... Oh my God, I forgot how old he is. But he's around his 60s, okay? And he has a lot of arthritis pain. I mean, my dad gets shots. He gets shots in his knees. And on this day, he couldn't take his shots because he was sick. And you're unable to take the shots when you're sick. So my dad was like in pain. I mean, I felt so bad for him. And so, since he couldn't take the medication, I said, well, Dad, why don't you try the CBD? Try it out and see if you could try this, since you can't take the shot. And I'm like, you're not going to work. Just lay down and let me know how you feel, or if it takes away the pain. So he was up for it. He was like, okay, let's do it. And so he laid down, tried it out. I came back like an hour and a half. I said, how you feel? And then he told me, he's like, yeah, it went away. He was so relieved. His knee pain completely went away. The only thing is that the bottom part of his foot was still hurting. Not a lot, but he was able to still feel the pain. But it was to a point where he was able to walk. I did recommend my dad, like, well, maybe if you use a topical cream, it would have been a lot more stronger for him, or he could have just taken the drops for his knee and maybe put topical cream on his bottom foot, and that would hopefully reduce the inflammation and reduce the pain. But he was actually pretty happy with the results. I did ask him if he felt a little loopy, like a little dizzy wizzy, because my son's father experienced dizziness. So I asked him, I'm like, so how are you feeling? Like, do you feel dizzy? Blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, no. I mean, I did for a little bit. Like, it was like a little like, oh, what's going on? But then it just went away. I was like, oh, okay. And my sister, I actually never asked her, but I think that she would have told me if she felt a little off or a little loopy. So that's my dad's experience. So last but not least, my son's father. He actually wanted to use this because he wants to make sure that there's not a lot of aches and pains, because he does a lot of physical work. He's an electrical engineer. Not an electrical engineer, I'm sorry. He's an electrician, and he just does a lot of physical work, and it hurts, you know. So he was gonna try and see and tested it out for a week and see if he saw a difference in the way he performed at work. And unfortunately for him, he says that it made him feel more tired. So I don't know if it's because of his diet, because in my opinion, I don't think he eats right. He drinks coffee and then doesn't eat until 10 or 10:30 in the morning. So, then he would do the CBD during lunchtime. And then after that, he would say it just would make him feel loopy, would make him feel tired. Granted, he wasn't in pain, but because he was an electrician, it just didn't work, you know? So if you are doing something that requires physical activity or a lot of concentration, it may not work for you. It may not, especially in a work environment or professional environment. But you never know. Everybody's different. This is the thing, is like, I have heard people say that, you know, they're super energetic because they have ADHD, and then they try the CBD and it kind of just balances them out and they're mellow. Maybe he's used to being so active, and or like I said, maybe it's the diet. I don't know, but that was his experience. And I guess the con about it for him, it was he couldn't sleep. Kind of like what happened to me, where I thought that I could use it to fall asleep with as an alternative, and for him I felt really bad because he already has insomnia issues. It's really difficult for him to fall asleep, and then when he does fall asleep, he gets woken up very easily, and it's hard for him to go back to sleep. So for his experience, he says that he will never try it again unless this is a one-time thing, but it's not like an every single day to help with the inflammation. He takes a different approach. He does a turmeric approach. You can always do that too. That's another organic, holistic way to help with inflammation if that's what's going on with your body. If you're having a lot of aches and pains, turmeric, anything that has to do with turmeric, teas, the root, the powder, it helps with inflammation. So that's another tidbit if you feel like CBD is probably not for you. The only con that I have is the sleeping. So that was the only con that I've had. The pro was the fact that it does help for inflammation. It was very consistent across the board that that it helped with inflammation, which was great. That's pretty much what a lot of people tend to do or use it for. And I just wish I would have had someone that I knew. I actually do know someone that could have used it maybe for shingles. And the reason why I specifically say shingles is because you have to take specific medication that could sometimes damage your other organs, and that goes again with just any type of inflammation medication like Tylenol, Motrin, anything that is over the counter. This is a very good substitute to do instead of having to do pills that can do some type of damage to your liver and all that. Not good stuff. Okay, so I wish everyone good luck on the giveaway. I hope whoever wins, you get the best that you can over the situation. I hope it benefits in some way, whoever wins this little nice little oil right here. And good luck to everyone who's gonna enter. I hope that you paid attention to all those little signs that I did in the video. And don't forget to share this video if anyone might be interested in wanting to know about this specific brand, or just know about the ins and outs as how CBD works. What are the things that are coming out, the new information about the non-pureness, the benefits, how certain people may respond to it depending on their age, depending on their occupation, their concerns, and all that stuff. So I guess the best part about this is that you can always go on their online and look at their lab results, and you can go back and trace. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope this video was beneficial and had some type of value. I will talk to you in my next video. Have a nice day. Don't forget, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, like Forrest Gump said. So you better be ready with your interventions and coping skills, so you're ready. You're ready, Teddy. And you'll be ready to control those mental barriers and cure them. I'm gonna start saying that because it is possible. All right, it is possible. I'm reading Kelly Brogan's second book. It's refreshing my mind again and giving me hope and reminding me that it is possible for you to control and cure your depression, anxiety, OCD, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, all that stuff. It is possible with many different interventions and coping skills. I know I totally went off topic, but y'all know what I mean. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Choose your fighter. Slightly inspired. Fight.